Hello friends, सबको नमस्ते. So today in this video we will make a image classification telegram board, and the models which we use is two models in this model. In this video we will use two models. First is brain tumor classification and pneumonia classification model. So let me first show you how a telegram board look like. Okay, open the telegram, type start here. You will get two models. You can either select brain tumor classification or pneumonia classification. Right now I want to select brain tumor classification. You will get this type of this interface. The model which we have selected is the brain tumor, say that brain tumor.keras. So let me first select the photo. Let me select one image like this one, whichever brain tumor in it. It will classify it as a brain tumor. See the result, 100% sure confidence, and the model which we use is braintumor.keras. Now let me select one image which have no brain tumor in it. Let me select this one, open it and send it. Okay, see, no brain tumor, 99% surety, and the model used brain tumor killers. Same way you can do for the pneumonia. If you want to select this pneumonia, you can click on this and you will get that. Now I will explain you everything line by line so that you will not get confused. Let me first comment whole thing so that I can explain you line by line that which functions come first during creation of this project. Okay. Now the first thing that we have to make is a generator token ID. For that, go to the search bar and select board. You will get this. Click on this and just type it here, help/help. You will get this. Go to the new board. Type your board name which you want. I want image classification. Okay, and and press enter. And the second thing that you have to select, you have to type is the username of that, and it's up to you that you have to make a same username as your board name or it's a different. It's up to you, but make sure the last three character will be board. So I'll select I want to use the same name. Okay, sorry, the username is already taken in. Okay, I will change this username. I can make image classification. Medical I can use because both models are all based on medical, so that's why I can use medical. Last three character will be both. Okay, so this way I get a token ID, and this is the helpful for that you can connect your Python file with your Telegram board. Let me copy it, go to your code, and change it here. Okay. So you can say that this is the first start to generate a token ID so that you can connect your Python file with your Telegram board. Copy it, copy paste it here. Then we have to create a start command. For creating the start command, let me uncomment this whole thing. Okay, first we have to connect a token ID with your Telegram board. So for that we are using application.builder.token. You just pass a token ID and just build this way. You can connect a token ID with a Python file. Okay, and this app variable act as a reference of your token Telegram board. Now we have to make a command, start command. For that we are using app handler. Command handler has a package for that, and just whenever a person type /start, it will activate the start function, and start is basically a function name here. So let me go up, and this is a start command function name. Okay, in this we are using two things. See, data, and comment this also. See, I have made a dictionary of the data, in which I am passing to. We are making a dictionary of one as a. You can see this is a model indicator, and second is also a model indicator, and this inside this it is also a dictionary, act as a dictionary. I passing two things: class names has a key, weight name has a key. And class name basically contain the class names: brain tumor, no brain tumor. And weight name basically consists of the brain tumor path files. You can see that I have a two brain tumor Keras and chest X-ray Keras. That's why I'm using it, because during loading of the time I want a weight name. That's why. Then in start we have a two parameters, update and context. And you can see that I have not used the context, but I have to initialize it because it is a default structure of the telegram bot, that either you use the context or not, but you have to initialize it in your in your function. Otherwise the compiler or interpreter will throw the error during the execution of this python file. So you can say it is a default structure that you have to use a call context in your parameters, or you can say initialize of context in your parameter. Now let me tell you the meaning of this callback context. Callback context is a toolbox which have a different tools, like you can set a reminder of your in your telegram board, or you can store the specific chat of the user in your telegram bot. And we are using it callback context, but not in this function. In this function we are using callback context to store the model weight name. For that we are using it, so I will explain you later. Now suppose we have a two models, so we have to make two buttons like this. Let me So we have to make this buttons model name one, model two, this way only. Okay, for and same inline function means in the row way only. We want that. For that we have to initialize. First we have to initialize them, and just after that we have to wrap them all in one. For that I have already so let me explain this whole thing, that what is first I have to make a list of the buttons which we have to display on it. So all this I have explained you. Let me explain you all this with the help of this. I already make this for just for the easiness of the explanation. So this is the data I have already taken. This is a list. What is happening there, that you can see that let me run this. See, when we are iterating over the data, the I value basically is this 1 and 2, not start with a 0. This I is not start with a 0. I basically start with the key value of in the data. First key value will be 1 and 2. You can see that when I printed the I, it's first printed 1 and 2. Okay, then the model classes. The model classes means that you can see that here is in a list format, but during the creation of the model we want that this class name should be in a string formats. Okay, so that's for that I'm iterating. First I have iterated over the data I means the first key, then the class name, then the compiler will reach here, no brain tumor, no tumor. And separate this no brain tumor, no brain tumor with comma, and you can see there after that I get this is not in a string format. This that two class names is divided is separated with the comma. This way I get the model classes. You can see that when I print the model classes I get no brain tumor and brain tumor like this. Then we have to initialize the buttons. For that you can see that button is equal to, for initialization we use initializing keyword button, inline key, not initialization, inline keyword button. Then how to display the model, how to display what string you have to display on the button. For that we are passing this we want first model, then the I basically representing the model key. Then we have to display the model classes. And callback data means whenever the user want to collect on click on that particular button, what data you want to uh, what data you want to throw back to the telegram bot. Okay, for that I am using this string id, which I want to throw the uh, model id. You can see model id, or you can say model key as a data whenever the user click on that button to the telegram bot. Okay, as a query. I will explain you what is query and what is happening here. Okay, then I am after initialization I am appending to this buttons in a list. Okay, so that after this whole things happen, you can see that whenever when I print this buttons, you can see that it is a list of this is a list. Okay, It is a list of all the initialization of the buttons which I am throwing. See, callback data one, text model one, text model text that which we want to display on the button. Same way I have used just two. It is list of two buttons. Okay, this is the initialization. Till this, it is the initialization of the buttons. Now to show data buttons on a Telegram board, we have to wrap those two buttons into one. Okay, for that, this is we are using inline keyboard button markup. It's in wrap up all these buttons and to store it in a keyboard button. You can see whenever I print when I print the keyword, it's also the it's it's a tuples, you can say, with same callback data, text, all this. It's wrapping them into one. Okay, so this all is happening here. Till here, it's all happening here. Then main thing that I have already explained you, this callback data is one thing that you have to show. You have to show, or we have to throw to the Telegram board whenever user click on the button. That what the thing you have to throw back, what information or what data you have to throw. I am throwing in the Telegram, not the model ID as a one or two. I am throwing that because through this only I can fetch a weight name easily. Now update.message.reply text means whenever the button user click on this button, what you have to throw, what have you show. Sorry, not whenever the user click on this message will not show. Whenever the users click, whenever the users type start command, this message will show. Please select the classification model you want to use, and to show those buttons, model 1, model 2 button, below this message, I want to use this reply markup keyword. Just they use this, give this keyword here. Can see that you will display with the masses. Please select the model, and these two buttons will display below of that. Okay, now button handler, what is this and what is use of this? uh, Let me show you one thing that you can see that whenever I click on this no brain tumor, or even select one button, I get this type of message. Model selected, trade brain tumor dot Keras. Now send image for classification. Okay, means after typing the start command and a model and the person or user select the one of the model of the button or click on one of the button, this function already get activated, automatic get activated. So let me explain you how it's get activated automatically. See that whenever a user click on any of the button, the query was sent to the Telegram bot, and this query a data also sent, in which what we want to display, what is the data which is thrown by us is like this callback data. We are throwing index, model ID, model key. So the query also sent, and inside the query the data also sent, and data is the thing which we want to send to the Telegram bot. And what we want to send, this callback data. Okay, after that the compiler went to this here, add data callback query handler. Means whenever a user click on the button, this callback query handler get activated, and it's this package get activated, and this package automatically activate this button handler function. Okay, then this button handle function get activated. We have pass a two parameter. I already explain you why it is a use of that. Okay, and this query, what is happening here? Update dot callback query. Okay, basically here we are fetching all the information related to the query which is activated when the user click on this button. Means here query is a information box which user has selected that button, when the user has selected that button, which data is related to that button, which is the buttons display on that particular start command. This all information is stored in this updated query callback query. Okay, see, now after getting this query to data, see callback data, whenever I will use query to data, I get this model ID which is related to the button. Okay, model ID, I get it. After using this model ID, I can easily get the weight name, same way like this. context dot user data selected model model id. This is the information which I have stored using a context. I already told you that the use of callback context is to store the specific data or set a reminder. So all the other tool also related to callback data, but the main thing which we want to use here is to store the specific chat. So we are storing this specific chat in this variable contest dot user data selected model id. We are storing it because in any function whenever you use this context, I can easily fetch this model id using this context dot user data selected model. I can easily get the model id. Okay, after getting this model id, I have to use model name, because during this I already told you that we are displaying the weight file also, that model selected brain tumor dot keras. So to display this, first, I have to get this weight name. For that, just use the model name data, just pass the model ID weight name. You will get a weight model name, and after that, you have to display the masses. So to display the masses, we have to use, because it's a query. Because whenever the user click on this button and click on business, a query is sent to the Telegram bot. So it is basically a query. So for that, we have to use query.added.message.text and give this model selected new line. Now send an image for classification, paste mode markdown. This way particular query is active, is worked. Now let me show you what is query. Also, there is no need of query.answer because we are not using it. Just I want to explain you what is query and what is query.data. For that, let me command this handle photo, because right now just I want to explain you what is query and how it is working. So let me save all this thing and run this. Go here, go to Telegram board, because you are using new board. Just click on this, it will activate your image classification. Type start here. You can see that you will get this type of interface. Okay, now just click on this button, you will see the masses which we have to display. See, model selected dot brain tumor. Now send an image for classification. Now see, where is that print masses which I want to display? See what is happening, what is query here, updated callback query. Okay, so basically query is this thing. I already told you that it is a whole information related to the button which when a user click on this, this activate the query, this send a query to the Telegram bot, and the Telegram bot activate the callback query package, and Telegram bot callback query handler basically activate the button handler function. So to get the data from this query, we have to use update.callback query. So this is a query. See this, what is information stored here? Data. See here, data is the thing which we have sent when the users click on this callback data. This is string I. Okay, this is what is here. Okay, data. Now see all information related to this button, that see id bot true, image classification, text model. This is the buttons. This is a button reply markup. What is related to reply markup is this thing. Okay, this is a text related to that start command. Okay, so this is all information related to stored in a update dot callback query. And the main data which we want this data information, because the information which we have sent when the user click on this. So for that we have to use model id and query data. I get the model id. From this I'm storing this using a contest. I'm storing this in a particular dictionary. Selected model has a key. Okay, so to get the, so that I can easily fetch this model ID when in a whole code. Whenever I can use this context dot user, I can get the model ID, then the model name, and then this display the messages. So this is happening there. Now we have to make a help command. For that, just uncomment the help command where it is. Say this is a help command, small command, which just saying use start to select a model before uploading image. Okay, so this is the information which we have to display, because start model, why it is showing this is use start is a as a model before uploading, because start command is the first step that you have to select the model. So for that, start command is the first thing. Now whenever a model is selected, now we have to handle the photo. So that for that photo, for handling the photo, we have to use message handler package. For in this filter.photo means whenever user send a photo in the telegram bot for classification, only that only at that time handle photo function get activated. So this function get activated. After this function is got activated, this updated context, callback context, I already told you that what is the use of this thing. It's a default structure. Okay. Now if selected model means uh, context dot user data. See, context dot user data is selected model means if the key is not there, selected model key is not there, then please select a model for you. It will throw this error. Okay. If the model is not selected, this message will be sent to tab. Okay. For that, let me check this. It's working or not. Okay. So let me, for checking, we have to run this. So let me run this Python file. Then let me select one photo so that I can see that. Now see, I am not started the start. I'm not type the start command. Now I am not selected any model. So it has to display that message. Say it's showing message. Please select a model first using start command. Okay, so this message has to display because it's necessary. Now, see, I already told you that my model ID is stored in this context.user data selected model, and whenever I will use this same thing, I can easily get this model ID. You can see that context.user selected model ID. After that, data.model id, model data apps used means all things related to this, means related to this model id I store in this model data. Means particular, when suppose I am talking about this model id 1, this whole thing till here is stored in this model data variable. Now see, now photo is sent. So here update.message.photo. Basically, whenever we pass one image, one photo in the Telegram bot generate many images of but one image with different resolution. And whenever I use update.message.photo -1, it select the highest resolution photo among those photos which is generated by Telegram bot automatically or by default. Okay, it select out one of the image, high resolution image. After that, get file will fetch the file from the server. Okay, so this is a selection, and this is a fetching of file from the server. After the file fetch from the server, we have to download it. So file dot download has byte array. First we download those those need that image uh, in from the server. Then we have convert that image into a bytes. Then after converting the image into a bytes, we have to open into a pill format. For that, we just use image.open and image bytes.convert RGB. It will first it's open the image into a bytes, then it's convert image into RGB. We can get the image from here for our purpose, for calculation, for generating, for prediction based. We get the image. So let me first explain you again that it's a selection, it's a file, fetching file from the server, it's download the image, and this bytes convert the image into bytes format, open the image into a bytes, convert that image into RGB. So this is happening, we get the image. Now this, we have to pass this into a classifier function, passing the image, model data, weights name, and a class name we are passing it. Okay, so compiler will see that from where this classifier function come from from the models folder, import classifier. You can see that it's not directly we are importing model classifier. So to import this classifier function, I am uses init.py function. Means from classification, means from the classification folder. These files are just extra or just generated, and I've used this. So don't get confused that what is this py file. This is not. This is nothing. Okay. So see that how I am importing this classifier function from the folder to my main file. Okay. So for that, I in models folder, I already use this init.py file. So what is happening here? From dot classification means from classification folder in a classify Python file. There is a classify function. I importing it. Okay. See, dot is important whenever you want to import something from the folder. Just use this from dot classifier, means from dot folder. Now after importing it, I just have to use this from model, from means from models only. Just import the classifier, it will import it. Okay, so the first it will see that from where it's a classifier function come. It's come from model dot classifier, then it's come to here. It's coming from model classification dot classifier, means from the classification function, from classifier function, classify from here. So what is happening here? Though the model compiler will enter here, classify function. Here we are passing image, weights name, then the class name. Now see, first we have to pre-process the image. So the function will ban to this pre-processing. What is happening here? We are because this particle images in a grayscale format, but we are importing. We are importing the image into RGB format. So we have to convert it. So first we have to convert the image into grayscale format, and see the weights which we are using. It's trained on 224 into 224 image size, and it's a input image size. So we have to make sure that the image which we are using, it's also in the same size. So for that, so we have to resizing it. Now we have to convert it into array format, because we have to expand the dimension, because during training time we use the batch format images. Means we are passing the image into a batches, and so at same dimension has to be there during prediction, otherwise it will throw the error. So to expand the dimension or add a batch dimension in an image, we use np.expand dimension image grade, and the axis which we are using is 0. Okay, it will expand a dimension, means it's add one dimension from you can see from hwc, it's add b dimension here, bhcw format. Okay, now we are also normalizing it, just dividing all values in pixels value into 200. Then we have to get the just pass the image. After getting the image, we have to first load the model. For that, we are using os.path join, means we have to get this weight path. For that, we are using os.path directory name, file, and dot dot weights. Okay, so this is a line which is useful to get the weight file, means weight file path, where our weight is present. Our weight is present in this weight folder. So just for that, I have to use os path dot direct file name. Okay, then one two dot to go back to the weight file. Then coming back to the weight file, use this and just import weights, particular weight which we want. After getting the weight, we have to load those model. So for that, we weight part. This way we get loaded the model. After loading the model, just to use model.predict, just pass the image. And to get the to get the image predictions, we use index value 0, because we are just passing the one image here. We get the prediction. After that, we have to use np arguments. Basically it give me the index value on which the highest probability or highest score is present. Okay, after getting the index value where the highest probability or highest score is present. Okay, I want to know the score. For that, I have to np.round. See, first this thing from predicted index, the because we want score which is highest, and predicted index is a value, is an index value on which the highest value is present. So that's why we use predict index. From this we get the uh, you can say score which is highest, and it's I am rounding it to 4 value. Okay, after rounding it to 4 value, I am multiplying it to 100. Even after, if the value is in a float format, I want to convert it into an int format. So that's why I'm using it, using here int. After getting the score, I want to the label. So predicted index, basically I told you that it index value which is have a highest probability, highest score. So class name, just give the predicted index, I get the class name of that, and just after that I just to pass the label and score. After passing the labels and score, the compiler went to here, its cat label and score, and just display it here using this message prediction confidence and model dot use. You would see why I am using this model used, because might be possible that it's particular user selected one model, but after 2 3 minutes, after 2 3 3 minutes, it forget that which model it is using. So you can easily pass one image and you will get the step of prediction and can easily know that which model is which we are using. Okay, so this is a whole code which I have explained you each and everything, how it's working, which function come first, which comes from last. And one more thing, that's run pooling. uh, if suppose I does not, I commented it, and if I will run this Python file now, you can see that its compilation is completed. See, its compilation get completed. Okay, what is the use of this? Run pooling is a main component of main line which is useful to to respond to the all the commands which is sent by the user. If I will not use it, it will does not respond to any of the commands which I will send to the Telegram bot, and its compilation completed in one line, in one go only. If suppose now I can see the result. If I will uncomment it and run this, it will not complete the compilation has one go only. Okay, it will wait. Now see, whenever I will use this start command, it's respond to that message. See, it's responding, means it's working. If I will not use it, it will complete one go compilation. Okay, so this is a use of this run polling. And this if name main function to run the main file, this is important. Okay, so this is the whole code. Now let me explain what is the use of asynchronous. Means I am using async in every function because I want asynchronous function, asynchronous function, asynchronous function, because I want asynchronous way of handling the message handler. Because you can see that if suppose I will use, I am using await here because this is a mass. First thing. See, here I am using await here. And to, what is the use of first? Let me tell you what is await here. Basically, is telling the compiler that the compilation of this function is paused here until I get the response from the server. That particular message is sent, is display on the Telegram bot. Okay, till that time, the time that getting the message from the server, that message displayed to the user, till that time you can respond to the other command which is sent by the user. If the user send command during this time. Okay, and to use this await, I have to use async here. Now see, same way I have used await here. Now use of await here. First, whenever I use await, means the compilation of this function stopped, particular function stop here till what time till stop here, till the server till the server send me the file from the send me the image from the server. Till that time, if the function of this function execution stop here, and during that time, if the user send a start command or other command, the Telegram bot will respond to that. Otherwise, it will not respond to me. Okay, so this is the use of await and sync. Let me show you the result of everything here. So let me run it. It's working. Let me Start command. Oh, I think, okay. I have not run it. Let me run it. Okay. Now let me select this brain tumor and non-brain tumor. See it just with the masses. Now let me select one image. This is our no brain tumor classification. So let me select this one image. It will display the masses. See, it display the masses, no brain tumor, 99% surety. Now let me select one image from brain tumor. Let me select this image, sand it. See, brain tumor, 100% surety. Now I want to select a different model, which is normal and pneumonia. Okay, so let me select one image. Okay, for selecting the image, first I will select images. First I will select no, image of chest X-ray which have no pneumonia. See, normal, 93% surety. Model use is chest X-ray. Now let me select one image which have pneumonia in it. See, one image, sand it. Pneumonia, 99% surety. See, I want to tell you one thing that these weights file which I am using here, it's both trained on same architecture of the model. Okay, same architecture of the model. Okay, so one thing that I want to tell you that whenever you use weight file in a Telegram bot, you have to make sure that on which architecture model it's trained on which framework it's trained on, whether it's it trained on TensorFlow framework or the PyTorch framework. So you have to make sure that which model is trained on, which framework is trained on. This I will give you a whole thing here, whole things related to this. So explanation is completed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all.